We are Smiths on tour, the average UK family that risked it all to have it all.
We sold everything we owned, including our house, took Tilly out of school, quit our jobs and got out of there.
We are now on a worldwide search to find a better lifestyle. So if you want to be inspired by us, follow us on our journey.
Hello and welcome to this week's video. It didn't really go as planned because
Life happened.
Life happened, yeah, and it happens all the time. And there's ups and downs and peaks and troughs and highs and lows, and that is the way it goes.
Yes.
Whoa, I just nearly wrote a song.
Oh yeah, you did. He's been listening to the new Eminem album, so now he thinks he's the new Eminem. He's rhyming. No, seriously though, we wanted to make a really good video on the landmarks and budgeting and what it's like to budget around Langkawi as a family full time. But it just didn't work out like that. We got bits and bobs, but it's because things were going on in the background, because in reality, we are real people. We are a real family and we're going through real emotions. And it's been raw this week and through some of last week as well. So what you're seeing of Langkawi and having the fun days, we have, but we've also had some lows. No, we are not getting divorced, guys. And I'm not pregnant. It's nothing like that. But a journey like this really does bring out a lot of highs and lows, and you start to just kind of evolve and grow within yourself. And I've gone on my own journey of healing and discovering myself. So that's quite personal for me. So I'm letting you in on a bit of my personal experience throughout this.
The idea for the video was to find the free and affordable things to do around Langkawi. Now we're paying for accommodation and we're paying for scooters. We've got 2 scooters that we've been flying around the islands on, and honestly that is part of fun just by itself, especially for me because I absolutely love bikes. So just flying around the roads honestly is like a day out every day for me.
Yeah,
I've been absolutely loving it. We also found the Discovery Centre, didn't we? The UNESCO Discovery Centre for Langkawi.
Oh yeah, that was really good. So that was so we've done the mangrove tour, and where the mangrove tour actually was, there was a discovery centre just down the road, and it was really good. There was a man there for free that showed us around, told us about different legends of Langkawi. He also told us about the marble rock formations, loads of different stuff. And that combined with our world schooling, and it was completely free. And yes, Tilly did sit on the floor and her legs were hurting, but she did listen and she did take some things in. If you've got time to do it, that's a good thing. Remember, we're not just on a holiday.
No, and if you've got the scooters to explore the freedom, you can also go to places like Kua, which is the city of Langkawi that we also went to, which is where there's this huge eagle, looking out to the sea. And it's such a landmark, we had to go and see it. And it also involved the world schooling, because when we were on the mangrove tour, the night safari, they were telling us about the eagles and that it's an iconic symbol of Langkawi. So we had to go and see it. Here it is. Water monitor lizard swimming around. It was amazing. And I want to lead this into the world schooling that we're doing, because it's not the typical thing that we thought it was going to be before we started this journey, and it's not what the rest of the world schooling hubs seem to be doing. We've done our own version of world schooling, and we're not going to hide anything because we always bring the real. So we don't do maths, English, science, geography, sit down, what you know of school, get a book out, learn this, learn that. We don't do it.
No.
And that's truth. We're not hiding it. We don't really use online services for learning like a lot of other families seem to be doing. We don't do that either.
No.
What we do is we go out and we talk about currency, and we talk about budgeting, and we talk about what we're seeing. We look at something and think,
it's our senses.
What is that? We'll see some sort of insect and all 3 of us will look at it and say, what is that? And then we'll research it.
Yeah.
And then we'll talk about interesting things about it. That's just an example of what we do for world schooling. Plus these UNESCO sites and things like that, museums or whatever. If we have the opportunity to walk into one and learn something, we do.
And we do also say to Tills to do like a page in a journal when she comes back and things like that. There has been an element of like mum guilt where you're like, oh, she needs to do maths, English, blah, blah, blah. And we've looked at the Khan Academy and different sites that offer that free, those free skills from like a generic background of like going to school and doing these things. However, it's not stuff that she's going to use in real life. So at the same time, she sits down, she's like, Mum, can you do this? And I'll look and I'll be like, you're not going to use this. You're just not. There's AI, there's technology, and there's calculators and things are moving forward. She's not going to use this. What she will use is business. And what she will use is life skills and being switched on and being confident and knowing how to speak to people and do things. So I think we're really encouraging like business and things like that. And we are on a venture with her alongside with what we're doing. But life gets in the way and that's been parked a little bit. And that is life. And we want to tell you how it is real.
Yeah, it's true.
And I don't want to be a parent that says, do you know what? I sit down, I do this. She's doing all of this every day for 2 hours. Because that's not true. Sometimes she needs to have that time off as well. She's a teenager. And luckily for us, I am rambling now, but I think this is important to combine this into this video. Sometimes for us, we do talk about these things as well. She is a teenager. She's had her primary education. We are really happy that she's had that, and we're happy that we've taken her out when we did in year 7. For families that are doing this with younger kids, it's going to look completely different because you need the socialisation. Tilly does as well, but it's a different early years socialisation. They're going to need kids around them quite a lot of the time. They're going to need like more one-to-one world schooling support.
Yeah,
but luckily for us, I feel like Tilly had the foundations, and now we're just like setting her up with a different way of learning with us. She needs her own time, but yet she does still need friends, but she doesn't need as many as say a 5-year-old would. So I think that's important for us to talk about.
Definitely.
Because a lot of families do message us and they want to do what we're doing, and every situation is different. We have a 12, nearly 13-year-old, her birthday's soon. Stay tuned for that because we're going to do something amazing. It's in like a week. I think it's important that you guys know, if you're looking to do this, that it's going to be different for everyone.
Yeah.
That's what works for us.
It's definitely not one size fits all. You've got to think about the jobs that we've had in the past. Tilly's seen a lot of things from us, and we're trying to lead by example. So she's seen her dad go to work in the army and then as an engineer and working all the time. She's seen her mum go from like no qualifications to first class degrees and an occupational therapist. And
that
now
got me into debt.
And now she's seen her parents quit those occupations and start a social media journey and world schooling and travel with no experience.
We didn't know what we were doing.
So we're showing her that if you want to be something, you can be it. And I think leading by example like that, and her just watching us do this journey, is such a massive educational lesson anyway. Plus all the life skills like cooking, budgeting, currencies, language, and talking to foreign people. You know, she's going to markets and haggling the prices down on things.
She did that
She's got
yesterday.
the confidence to do it because I think that's us leading by example. We're like, we don't say like, watch us, this is how it's done. We just go in so confident and do things without really knowing what we're doing. And if we make mistakes, we just laugh it off.
Yesterday as well, still going on, but this is how like proud we are as well as like a little family of what we're doing. But yesterday she actually sat down with me looking at Airbnbs, and I'm always planning where we're going next and what we're doing and stuff like that. If I can plan, sometimes it doesn't go to plan, but looking at different accommodation, she was writing to the hosts and she was like, I'm going to write. And then she got a message and she's like, I can't open this, I'm so excited. But she's seen me doing deals and like getting returns, and then we go to like big villas with pools and stuff, and so she's seen us, and I never knew how to do that myself. I just had to do it because we're on a budget, and I had to find ways of making things work on what we've got, and that was part of collaborating deals. So she's starting to be a mini us.
Listening to this, we're really interested in what you think about what we're doing and how we're doing it. So if you're watching this and thinking, oh my God, I can really see how that's so much better than school and how that would develop someone into being such a good adult, let us know. Or the opposite side of the scale, you might think,
they're terrible parents.
Yeah.
Like, absolutely not. I could never do that. You're destroying her life. She's got no friends, and it's just all doom. But we try and stay on the nice side of the doom, don't we? We try and keep positive. We don't know whether it's right or wrong. Does any parent know they're doing right or wrong out there? Because I never did. Even with our eldest child, I never knew whether I was doing the right thing or the wrong thing. We aren't just the ordinary family that stick together. We do things differently. So is that wrong?
You don't get taught this stuff in school. I think you really should. I think they should teach you about, like, you know, family dynamics and money and, you know, the things you really need to know in life that when you get to an adult and you start looking at adulting, it's hard.
Yeah, and parenting as well. There's so much judgment from the Western culture. I don't know, over here it's completely different. You can let your kids just start working at 5, I think. But
you see the fire shows on the beach here, they're all kids.
Yeah,
like flinging these fire
Langkawi.
shows around. You know, they're about 11 years old.
honestly, and like we still have, like in the Western world, it's still like that guilt of being a parent, and it's like the 30-year-old's still attached to the mum's bosom. Like, it's just madness. Like, honestly, when you expand your box and what's happening, it's just, it doesn't matter. And I think parents are hard on themselves. Moving on though, budgeting. Our budget is declining. We've already done a budget video, so check out that, but it is declining. So we try and do 3 things, but we try and involve Tilly with the world schooling as well. So one thing we super miss is our doggy. And we love animals, and it's something where our heart's always been, isn't it? So we go and help out the animals that are stray, and that makes us feel good. It gives us a feel-good factor. It shows Tilly empathy and other skills in her life, we hope, but she prefers cats at the minute.
Which is fine, because we also help the cats.
We do help the cats as well, but they're a little bit more timid and shy, but that's a bit like Tilly.
Loves them. Tilly loves cats. She's obsessed with cats every day. That's what she wants. So it's a good opportunity to go out helping, giving, and getting that feel-good factor.
Yeah, so we go out and do that, and that's a cheap thing to do as well, like just cheap. We also do, like, we make slime, we create things within the apartments that we're at. We're not always outside doing things.
No.
We probably do, if I give you a bit of a ratio, I'd probably do like 1 or 2 big days out in a week, just the same as you guys would on a weekend. You'd have the weekends off, and we just don't have that stress on a Sunday night where it's like, oh my God, Monday morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, I'm going to get called out like Joe does. Like, yeah, no, that doesn't happen for us. But there is other stresses, like we've got a video to do, and I'm crying my eyes out on the bed, not knowing my identity anymore. Like,
it's real.
These things are so real, and it's a journey in itself, and I am still going through an emotional journey from the past and other things, and I'm trying to find myself as myself, Emma, and find my own identity.
People told us when we were doing this plan, like we were still in the UK, and we told people what we were doing. We did speak to some other travellers that were like, oh, you go through such a journey and discover yourself. And it's all surface level when you hear it like that. You don't really understand the depths of what they're saying. When you come and do this, you really do discover yourself. Now, I had like a bit of a identity crisis when we were in Panama, in Boquete. I was like, what? Like, I've been so conditioned to work from such a young age. You know, even when I was 15, I was working in a factory up in Scotland in my summer holidays. Then when I left school, I was tarmacking roads, and then I was straight into the military for 10 years. And then when I left the military, I was straight into engineering for a further 7 years. All I've known for more than half my life is work and routine and regiment, literally regiment. So when coming out here and having a break from that for 6 months, I know I've been doing the videos and everything, but I sat back and I was like, who even am I? Like, I've never had time to think of who I actually am. And then all the things start coming up in your life of who you've been, how you've been, what you've been, where you've been. I don't know, it's a discovery that most people go on when they retire and they have time to think, but luckily we've had this opportunity to do this in our 30s, and I think that is a beautiful thing. So if you're watching this and you're thinking about going on this journey, or you're already on this journey, no one talks about this stuff, and we want to be different. So let's open the floor up to these conversations.
And I think the challenging thing is as well, like when you're from a Western society, you're taught not to show your feelings. You're taught, even at a young age, like I was saying to Joe, like if you had a tantrum at 2 or 3, you're taught to be quiet, be in line, like you're told, obviously that's discipline as well, but that continues through your life where you can't express your emotions and you can't express your feelings about things, and then it catches up on you, especially when you leave that kind of culture, and then it's a lot more open, flawed and welcoming, and it's a culture shock, and then you're like, oh, I can just be freely emotional, or I can just, do you know, like it's like purifying yourself. It's just completely different. You realise things that had happened through environmental factors and where you live alongside who you are and the way it is. So now, I feel like it's an evolution. I feel like we're evolving as people, but there is times where you just like, I've just been in tears all day long, like just trying to purify whatever's coming up from, past life. And I see it as a past life, like I am on a journey and everyone knows that. So if you're looking to be on a journey, look at Papaya Retreat as well, which is on our YouTube channel, where I went. It was a meditation retreat. Amazing. There is an amazing place that we went to called Skull Island Beach as well, and it's completely free. So I would check that out. The other places around the island aren't as nice as beaches, and this one's not really touristy. So we loved swimming there, didn't we? We saw the monkeys, which were amazing.
We pulled up on the scooters, and this guy was like, "Oh, scooter parking's around here," and I was like, "Oh, they're going to charge us to park." And I said, "Is it? Do you have to pay to park?" "No, it's free." And it's like, "Whoa, it's free!" Like that still comes as a shock that things are free.
Yeah.
The monkeys there are savage.
Yeah.
I think they're called macaques.
Macaques?
No, that's a parrot. I tried to feed one a banana and it got its hate on. I handed it and it was like, "Wah!" Like its teeth were out, and the massive yellow teeth, aren't they?
Someone said to us as well later on down the day, they were like, "Oh, monkeys get really scared if you're like wide-eyed looking at them and you show your teeth." And I was like, no wonder it was angry at Joe. He's got teeth out here. So that made me chuckle. But that beach is absolutely amazing. We loved it there, and we keep going back there actually.
I think that's the best beach in Langkawi.
And there's a really good like pineapple place on the way back. That's
already been in one of the videos. That was an epic pineapple place.
We always like stop off as well, like in 7-Eleven and that, to get a Slurpee or whatever. That's cheap. That's a cheap thing to do. It gives you the aircon. It's boiling hot outside. And we like to do that. Tilly likes that. There's good toasties in there as well.
We're just free flowing this. We're not really planning this. We know what we need to talk about, and the emotional side of things is like overruling the budgeting side of things. But this is going to be like a whole emotional budget world.
It doesn't even have to be anything. We don't even have to have a label. This is no label. This is no strings attached. We have no idea what we're doing on this video right now. But we also think it's important. I said to Joe, we're in Malaysia, we're just eating all the food and we're doing all of these nice things and we're showing all of this nice stuff. But we did say we'd show the real, and there is people from the UK that are looking to do this. And not just from the UK, from Australia, from other places,
America,
from the US.
Canada.
And I think it's so important for them to hear the reality of how it can be. And the food is amazing here. And I am putting on a little bit of weight as well. So there is that, but I don't want to just be about, I'm not a food channel. We're here to show you what it's like to be a full-time travelling family. And we still have no home. We're completely homeless. And people think we're crazy over here to give up our home. But we think people are crazy staying in a system and paying out of the Jacksy for something that they're just giving back to a system. So
no regrets at all. Like when we look at the UK and what's happening there now in the news, like it is crazy and it's chaos and it's carnage.
And everyone's so against each other as well. Like it is madness when you're around people that love people. Like we get messages saying, "Welcome to Malaysia, welcome to Thailand. We're so happy to see you here."
Yeah.
Like just the kindness. Honestly, I said to Joe yesterday, I said, like, we honestly wouldn't get a reception like that, or people wouldn't if they came to England. It's all like, they shouldn't be here. This is our country. And all of this stuff, and it's just so full of, like, anger.
There's so much hate.
Anger.
even if you don't want to go into full-time traveling, just travel a little bit and expand your mind to how the rest of the world is doing things. It is so welcoming over here. And if anyone was in trouble, you would get help. And that's Thailand, Malaysia, and to be fair, some of the places in Central America that we've been to, especially El Salvador. If they see someone struggling, they will come and help you. Whereas you seem like in the UK, if you're struggling, people just want to crush you down a little bit more.
Yeah, it's like it makes them feel better that you're doing bad, and that's just not nice. And that's another reason I brought Tilly out of that kind of society as well. And it makes you realise. Anyway, it's been a mismatch to this time, but we are moving on. We are moving on, and you will see in our next video where we have got to. It's exciting. We're not sure about this place. A lot of people have said go, don't go.
Mixed reviews.
It's mixed reviews. So we were like, we don't really know what to do, but we're going to use kind of a base and move around a little bit. We're not just going to stay. We're excited. Tilly's birthday's coming up. We have planned something for that, and that is going to be epic. So it'll all be in our next video.
If you're watching this and you're wondering how affordable Langkawi is, it's mega affordable.
Yeah.
Like especially if you're doing what we're doing, where you space days out, good days, down days, you know, activities, chilled. It's mega affordable and it's awesome. I love it here. I probably want to live here one day.
As soon as he landed, he was like, I want to live in Langkawi. We were like, whoa, let's just like register this. But yeah.
Nothing's changed. I'm ready to see what other things Malaysia has to offer, but honestly, I could live on Langkawi.
Oh, the other thing is they have duty free, which is amazing because we couldn't get chocolate around the world. So me and Tilly have absolutely loved the duty free, and it's super cheap to get good chocolate like Dairy Milk and Dime and Ferrero Rochers. Yum. So we did that as well, and Tilly loved that. And it's a birthday soon, so.
That was a rubbish wink.
I don't think I can wink properly. How do you do it?
Like this.
Right, I'm getting red hot. Can we just finish the video now?
Yeah. Bosh. See you next time. Subi.
Subscribe and check out smithsontourblog.com because that's where all the information is to all of our accommodation, everything. I'm actually going to do an accommodation page, so stay tuned for that as well.
Yeah, please do subscribe because we're watching the graph and loads of you are watching but not subscribing.
Why?
And all you've got to do is press a button, it's free, and it really helps us on our journey to keep this going because we are still panicking like mad behind the screen that we don't really have an income and the budget's going down and we don't know what's next. So help us out, will you? Come on, cheers.
We are officially going on a date night. I feel like just whisking me away, back of a bike, Harley Davidson, everything. The best date night ever. We haven't had a date night for ages. So this is a night. It's not free, but I wanted to add it into this video anyway because why not?
Get the bike in.
Let's see it. Whoa, look, Joey picked this restaurant. Look at the views. It's a silhouette. Look at all the tables. And the music. Oh, it's just the scene. Look at this. We're going to get it on. Look at his two-piece. So cool. Coolest two-piece in town. Oh, I love this. How cute.
That's so nice, isn't it? What an opportunity. It's the beauty of having an older daughter that can look after herself.
So happy with this. We don't usually come for dates at all either. We're always on a budget and we're always like worried. But sometimes you need adult time. Right, look what we've just got. Paella. Look. Oh,
It's absolutely loaded with fish food. There's prawns,
squid.
mussels, squids, fish, obviously rice, peas.
What isn't in it?
And look behind us. Honestly, I'm just sat here thinking, it's like saying to Joe, like, what's your favourite thing? We can't really decide what our favourite thing is in the 7 months that we've been doing this. But we were like, there's pros and cons of everything, but this is our life. Like, we have to pinch ourselves, like, we went and took the risk, we're homeless, but we are doing this. And, like, I've got such a good feeling about our channel, about what we're doing. And I don't ever doubt myself. And I just think that, like, you can have all of this if you just fully believe in yourself.
If you really want it, you can go and get it.
You can do it. I'm going to stop videoing now for good. I think that was about 24 quid, wasn't it? Just to give people a pricing. But now it's time to be off the camera because you know that's the time you need together.